Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be giving you the top in-demand skills that recruiters want candidates to have in 2024. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but skills and competencies play a big role in your employability and your marketability. A lot of people think that education and experience are the main things that recruiters look for, and while they are in the top 5, skills are also really important when it comes to qualifications that recruiters look for in candidates. So much so that sometimes if you have the right skills and you know the right things, you can actually receive more money just based off of knowing certain skills that may be trending or may be necessary for your field or your area of expertise. But in 2024, there are a certain set of skills that recruiters are looking for specifically, and I want to discuss them in this video so that you know what they are, and in case you need to brush up on them or learn them, I want you to have them on your resume if they are applicable to you. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1 on this list is digital literacy. I think I shared this in a previous video where I talked about how instead of going back to school for my master's degree and pursuing like higher education, I ended up kind of honing in on learning a lot of different software and programs and digital tools related to my field of expertise, which is marketing. And I can honestly say I have no regrets about doing that. I have been able to increase my salary and advance within my field just because I have the right skill set under my belt. It is really important for you to do the same. When it comes to digital literacy, it really boils down to, do you know the software and the programs and any type of devices or tools that you need to know in order to do your job? So when we're talking software, maybe it's program management software, maybe it's communication software. If you're in marketing, maybe it's knowing different email platforms. Anything technology or technologically related that is going to enable you and help you to do your job as it relates to your field or industry. And I know that every industry is different. So if you're in accounting, the software that you're working in is going to be completely different from someone who may work in engineering. And when I say every field has their own special set of software and tools that you need to know, I mean it. So if you're not familiar with the different software or programs that are trending in your industry, or maybe you're transitioning into a new field or a new industry and you're not exactly sure what software you should know, I highly recommend either doing a Google search to find out what are some of the common software and tools that you can expect to work with or that you should know so that you're familiar with them. Maybe you can get a certification in them or take a course on them. And you can also interview people who are currently in the role that you may be applying to or trying to land in the future. It's also important to note that you do not list any digital tools, software programs that you do not know, that you do not have full proficiency in, or if there is a software that you are learning but you want to put it on your resume, in parentheses you can say entry-level knowledge or, just learning or something along those lines. You want to be very careful to not oversell your skills or to not list any digital skills that you really don't have, because then you would be lying. And we don't lie on our resumes now, do we? Next on this list is critical thinking and problem solving. So what recruiters want and what companies want is someone who can analyze or really pick apart a situation to find a solution or really dig deep into what is going on and find a way to work through it, to fix it, to solve it, maybe coming up with determinations or conclusions and next steps. You have to think that companies have unique and sometimes even complex challenges now. So they want someone who can take a look at the situation at a high level and find a solution that is going to deliver a particular result. Now, doing critical thinking and problem solving can be related to a particular area, especially if there's a role that you're going for. So if you're going for software engineering or data engineering or even project management, Are you able to come in and analyze a complex situation, figure out what the issue is, and then come up with a plan or next steps to solve said problem? A lot of people tend to say that they're a critical thinker, and then in the interview, when they're tested on that by the recruiter asking them certain questions, the recruiter is then going to realize, okay, no, this person is not a critical thinker. So again, be sure that if you are saying this on your resume, if you are interviewed on it, or if you are asked a very particular question on it, that you are able to demonstrate that you actually are a critical thinker. And I understand that critical thinking and problem solving are both relative, like they vary depending on the situation. Ultimately, if you have either of those, you can be in any situation or analyze any situation and be able to handle them just fine. Number 3 on this list is AI learning and machine learning. So there's been a lot of buzz and a lot of talk, especially recently, surrounding AI systems and machine learning. So I'm sure we all have heard of Chat GPT at this point and other different types of artificial intelligence tools that are emerging. If you are familiar with these programs and you're able to maybe program them or automate them or manage them or help build them or help implement them, that is going to be a really big win for you. And similarly to digital literacy, the type of AI or machine learning system that your field has is going to vary from another one. So again, I highly recommend doing a quick Google search to maybe figure out what are some trending or emerging or evolving AI systems or machine learning systems that you should start maybe taking a course on or getting familiar with if you are going to be going for roles that you will be working with them. And you may not be going for an AI manager job or a machine learning manager type of position, but you may still be interacting with these systems regardless of your role. So it's good to have this skill under your belt. And again, if you don't feel comfortable listing it on your resume right now, highly encourage you to take a course to start getting familiar with it so that you can list it on your resume in the new year. Number 4 on this list is data analysis. And this has been really big in my field actually. So I am in marketing. Are you able to take a look at charts, graphs, numbers, results, statistics, percentages, etc., and be able to interpret them to understand what they mean and potentially come up with a plan of action to increase those numbers or make those numbers better or produce some sort of a favorable result that the company is looking for, whether that be an increase in sales or a decrease in costs. Maybe it's demographic data or psychographic information. Maybe it's numbers and statistics associated with projections or upcoming projects. Being able to understand data is definitely going to play a big part in your performance and in your role, because if you understand those numbers and you're able to interpret them and understand what that means as far as things that you need to work on or projects that you may be assigned, you then are going to know the type of results that the company is going to look for from you. And as a result, the type of results and the value that you'll be able to list on your resume in the future. And last on this list is adaptability. So are you able to adapt to different changes and shifts that the company may be going through? So as we know right now, at the time that I'm recording this video, it is towards the tail end of 2023. We know that companies are going through changes right now as a result of bouncing back from the pandemic. So a lot of companies are venturing into new territories, right? We see some companies who are venturing into the healthcare space. We see some companies who are maybe pulling back from one space and potentially downsizing and implementing new systems and things like that. So if you are adaptable, if you are flexible, are you able to kind of ride the waves of what the company is going through? Are you able to learn different and new systems? Are you able to maybe change and switch departments? Or are you able to change different departments or different divisions and be able to handle that? Can you adapt to change? Can you adjust to change? And that can also mean changes to your work schedule. It can also mean changes to your role, right? So maybe you are hired for one thing, but 1 year later, the company is making shifts and making changes and they're realigning their priorities and they assign you a new role and now you have a new manager in a different department. Are you able to handle that? Can you adapt to that quickly and easily? And are you open to learning new things? So not just software, but new processes, new information. That is pretty much what it boils down to when it comes to adaptability. And different ways that you can show that you are adaptable or that you have adaptability is giving examples in your past positions where you have had to be adaptable. So those are the top in-demand skills that you want to have on your resume in 2024. If you do not have any knowledge of these skills, or again, you don't feel comfortable listing them on your resume just yet, that is totally okay. There's more than enough time and more than enough resources for you to hop on Google, take a course, take a webinar, take an online class to get familiar with some of these things so that you can comfortably and confidently list them on your resume to make yourself more employable in 2024. I always like to say that learning new things and staying adaptable and making sure that you're keeping your skills current is the number one way to keep yourself employable in the future. Degrees are great, don't get me wrong, but it takes a combination of skills, education, and experience for you to really be qualified for a position. I've seen people who only have high school diplomas, and this is no shade to people who don't have a college degree, but I've seen people who do not have college degrees who are making six figures just because they are really good at software and programs, and they can learn different software very easily, and they know all of the latest technology in their field or in their industry. If you have outdated skills, or if you're not consistently or constantly learning new skills, you could be hurting yourself in the long run because you're not staying on top of trends. We know that the world changes, it evolves every single day, and with the job market, it is no different. The skills that recruiters are looking for now are different than the skills they were looking for 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 years ago. It changes every year, and these are the skills that you'll need to know for next year. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you have any questions related to the top skills that you'll need to know in the new year that I did not answer in this video, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment box down below. If you need assistance with your resume, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is hello@thompsonresumes.com, and you can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. For more resume content from me, you can connect with me on social media. The link to my Instagram and LinkedIn profiles are in the description box down below, and you can also subscribe to my email list. The link to do so is also in the description box down below. If you are watching this video but you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another helpful video. Cheers to knowing the best skills in 2024, y'all. Bye.